Math position 24 centaton, Seta 3. Pelakasan Tokashon, Relay Go. So, Jason, speech pathologist, do we know that we cannot compress the encode? Compress the encode? Last time, ditto. So, in relation to our third development of amnesia, the working material based upon our liquish is the necessary of dottY, nutrient vitamin, because in that way, Dr. Lee Sandran, the coefficient of our law is that our physical automaton by boiling. Do we have a boil in our skin? So, in that way, how does our human body system lumps into a boil? But pus. Why? Well, in a manner of time, once we know the transition has been situated into the non-confluent, then our human is our own safe dog. But TIC, in relation to your grapes, the ones of grapes is southern gate of Gallagher. Have you guys worked out? Oh, sorry. So in that way, if there is an touchstone of knowing that our estrogen is just a D-star of the tone, knowing that Jesus Christ Easter, is it? Simple, isn't it? No, it's barely bias. Jason, speech pathologist. So, in the way of our evolution of the unicorn, what kind of demiso is our own availability to sun the alakatsan and to perform the transaction? So in that way, when we know how to convert into the percentages of our valuation, we will reinvest into the stock market and to inflate the non-stone of dottY. Because in a matter of time, when we confluent the compression of citizen, then we will be in evil. So in that way, when we will, then we will tatasai the makane of the karata, because in that matter of time, we will separate into a lakista. Okay. Next time I'll tell you a story about us. Yeah. So, fellowship of the friendship ring. Luthersan Nyankonyan. Buddha, are they a similar symbol to monkey magic, the latest one? I don't know. But in that way, if there is a platform of manifest, then our binary is just an understand of knowing how to code the encryption of key access. So in that way, how to re-inherit our CSS in relation to Australia in front, then we will work on the manifestation, because in that time the manifestation will influx on in relation to Dalai Lama. But Dalai Lama in relation to manifestation is a diff. But the Megam Kasha, the main creator, is the Gardener. So the UFC and the UF10 is just a HTCM5Z1 data bond 0, 0 times 5. So in that way, the reduction of our testosterone based upon our mandana, how can we convert into the legacy of our law to implement the G-energetics? Because the G-energetics is based upon our land of rock, soul. So in that way, if we can convert into the amount, we will develop the next 30 degree of the Frarata, because our climate system will liberate into a Sata Tatam by the solar energy commission. Because what law based upon our solar system commission, how do we know that each plant is just a sand of soul to placate the text in relation to Emily Rose? But Guardia, the witness to true base story is that the sign writer will illuminate into the process of knowing that the Asasi will 30 don't know. So in that way, if the Amnonton is just a Benkasan of the Hextaton, then the Maxanang of the Galangsan will fire into the Leganton of DC. In relation to our electron, the Rexan of our law is the Tikisan of illegal sustain, because the suitable degree of Manaktansan Pentagon, the US collection of the British Army will comply into the sunnies of solution and eyeliner in relation to a flexor, because Hitler, based upon our 30 revision to support the SOPRO, we cannot Emily Rose, the dying